What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk, and this is going to be a 12-rounder for the unified WBO, WBA, and IBF Heavyweight World Championship, and this fight is going to be Saturday, September 25th, from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on DAZN. And to get into both fighters' resumes, Anthony Joshua, fighting out of London, England, holds a record of 24 wins, 1 defeat, with 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 1 by BoxRec in the heavyweight division. And to first list his only defeat, he has a knockout loss to Andy Ruiz in his United States debut, which was the upset of the year for 2019 by far. And to list some of his best victories, he has a knockout win over Dillian White, a knockout victory over Charles Martin, a knockout victory over Dominic Breazeale, a knockout victory over Eric Molina, a knockout victory over Vladimir Klitschko, a knockout victory over Carlos Takam, a unanimous decision victory over Joseph Parker, a knockout win over Alexander Povetkin, and a unanimous decision victory over Andy Ruiz, as well as a knockout victory over Kubrat Pulev. And to get into his opponent's resume, Oleksandr Usyk, fighting out of the Ukraine, holds a record of 18 wins, no defeats, with 13 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 3 by BoxRec in the heavyweight division. He is also the former undisputed cruiserweight world champion. He held all 4 belts before vacating and moving up, and he won the World Boxing Super Series tournament Season 1 for the cruiserweight division. And to list all his best victories, he has a unanimous decision win over Krzysztof Glowacki, a victory over Tabiso Mchunu, a victory over Michael Hunter, who's currently a top 10 heavyweight ranked by many. He's also got victories over Marco Huck, Myris Briedis. He won the World Boxing Super Series by defeating Murat Gassiev. He's also knocked out Tony Bellew, and at heavyweight, his best victory came by unanimous decision, which was also his last fight, and it was a victory over Derek Chisora. In my opinion, this fight is going to sway in favor of the bigger, the stronger, reigning defending heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. I just think he's too big. When you even look at the height difference, I know Joshua's only like 3.5 inches taller than Usyk. I believe Usyk's either like 6'2.5", 6'3", somewhere around there. Joshua's like 6'6", maybe 6'6.5", around there. But Joshua's got the longer reach. He's obviously way stronger than Usyk. He's got a lot of knockout power. And how I see Joshua fighting in this one, it's very hard to tell what his fighting style is going to be. It's not like Joshua from 2015 to 2019, where he was knocking everyone out, and up until that Ruiz fight, or the first Ruiz fight, where everything changed. He got knocked out, and he changed up his style in his last 2 fights. As against Ruiz in their second fight, he boxed, and against Pulev, he sort of looked more tentative, and he didn't look as strong. I know it's you can't really lose your power just like that, but he looked like he was more focused on technique in his last fight and timing, as opposed to just sheer power, like he tried to show in his first couple fights and first couple title defenses, like when he knocked out Charles Martin and was just obliterating guys in his path to ultimately defeat Klitschko and then unify the 3 belts. But where I see the winner of this going, I could see an undisputed showdown with the winner of Fury Wilder 3. I hope that could happen. But this is an outstanding fight. Usyk, former undisputed cruiserweight champion. Anthony Joshua, 2-time heavyweight world champion, or 2-time unified heavyweight world champion, I should say. But this is a really, really good fight. Super excited for it. I know Joshua was in talks to fighting Tyson Fury. That obviously fell through because of the Wilder arbitration. But as I mentioned before, I hope the winner could face the winner of that fight on October 9th. So we could finally see an undisputed 4-belt heavyweight world champion. But how I see this fight playing out, I see Anthony Joshua the one coming forward, because, it would make no sense for Usyk being the one who's got the reach and height disadvantage, and Usyk's normally a guy who likes to box and counter. I know against Chisora he did come forward quite a bit and did buzz Chisora a bit, but he was mainly the one countering at mid-range and on the outside, and I could see that happening. I see Usyk using his footwork here, trying to jab Joshua when he comes in. I know he has the reach disadvantage, but I could still see him landing his jab and cutting it on the inside to the body and to the head. And I could see Usyk landing a lot of straights to the body to possibly slow down Joshua and win the later rounds. And those are the rounds where I really see Usyk flourishing. I see him really winning those later rounds that could ultimately get him a victory in this fight. But I think Joshua would have just done enough early on and maybe snack some of those later rounds to get a victory. I think this fight will be very, very close. At one point I was thinking Usyk could win this one, and now I'm edging Joshua. This is really a 50-50 fight in my opinion. Who knows? Joshua could knock out Usyk, or Usyk could knock out Joshua, but at this point I see this fight going the distance, with Anthony Joshua being the one coming forward, maybe fighting at mid-range at some point, trying to lure Usyk in and land one big shot. But I think Usyk's going to fight smart. He's a very, very smart fighter. I believe both are Olympic gold medalists. Joshua won in London 2012, and I believe Usyk did too, in the heavyweight division. Joshua won in the super heavyweight division. But, both are outstanding fighters. As I mentioned before, I think Joshua is going to come forward quite a bit, maybe fight at mid-range, while Usyk is going to fight smart, use his footwork and try and catch Joshua, because Joshua has shown that, he doesn't have the greatest chin. In that Ruiz fight, he got caught by fast punches, and Usyk has some pretty fast hands, and if he lands a clean counter, who knows, Joshua could get really, really hurt, and maybe even knocked out. But, I see Oleksandr Usyk being the one countering and boxing at mid-range, maybe even the outside using his footwork, whereas Joshua will be the one coming forward. And I see Usyk winning a majority of the later rounds, maybe some of the middle rounds with Joshua. I wouldn't be surprised if Joshua were to win the first 4 rounds pretty clear, because Usyk really is going to try to learn Joshua's style, because he hasn't ever faced someone that big, but, he hasn't faced anyone as big as Joshua. Joshua has, I believe, the 19-pound weight advantage over Usyk. I believe Joshua weighed in at 240, Usyk weighed in at 221, I believe so. Oleksandr Usyk came in great shape for this fight, let me just say. He looks built. He's actually got a wider build than Joshua. I just noticed that when looking at pictures of the weigh-in. He looks very, very solid and strong for this fight. This is the strongest and most built Usyk we've ever seen. He looks in great shape. Joshua, he did slim down a bit, but he's sort of getting that slim physique that he had. I know it's not as built and as muscular as in 2016 or 2017 Anthony Joshua, but now, he's got a lot of lean muscle. I could expect him to maybe move around more. And I could see Joshua throwing a lot faster punches than we're usually seeing from him. And, who knows, those faster punches could really cause a lot more damage considering the speed and timing Joshua has. Joshua is a very, very good counter-puncher as well, but I think Usyk is going to be the one trying to use that to get the victory in this fight. But as I mentioned before, I see Anthony Joshua getting the victory on this one just by sheer size. I can't really see Usyk being the one overpowering Joshua, considering that he has almost a 20-pound weight advantage, almost like I believe the 3.5-inch height weight advantage. 3.5-inch height advantage, or about 3 inches, somewhere around there. But I see Joshua winning this one. I see this fight going the distance, and Joshua winning this one by unanimous decision. And I think the judges could score the bout 116 to 112 twice, and 115 to 113, something like that, like an 8-4, 7-5 type of fight. So overall, I believe that Anthony Joshua will defeat former undisputed cruiserweight world champion Oleksandr Usyk by unanimous decision to successfully defend his unified heavyweight world titles. And that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.